First Georgia-Florida game?
I am. I've obviously been down there a couple years, know what it's about, know about the atmosphere. So it's definitely a game over the years that you, as a backup, you always want to play in.
Hutson, what have you learned about this team over the last two games?
Well, I think there's some really good senior leadership. Not only seniors, but I think there's just really good leadership. There's a high maturity level of this team. There's a high focus level. I think the one thing about this team and the difference I see over the past couple years is that we practice really well, and I think that's why we've had some success so far this season. I don't think you maybe count on one hand the amount of bad practices we've really had this year. Even on a bye week, a lot of guys are thinking, this is going to be a week off. But we're out there on Thursday in full pads, just getting after it. And so, we've just had some phenomenal practices, and we've tried to get better every single day, and I think that's what's helping us out.
You've got some players that have come through here that maybe only beat Florida once. I mean, you'll have a chance for 4 in a row here,
Right.
and the true seniors could go for the sweep. What kind of legacy do you think that would leave?
Yeah, well, as a quarterback, you're judged on a few things. Do you win a championship, and do you beat your rival? And did you beat Florida? So, and then did you beat Tech? Probably. So, it's a big game, and I think it's just a big game because of where we're at. 6-1, we control our own destiny. It'd be pretty sweet to look back and say, you won the SEC championship and you beat Florida and you did this. I mean, it's just a lot of good things that you could accomplish. But it's the most important game because it's the next one, and they're standing in the way, and we are trying to get to Atlanta, and we don't want to lose what we control. We lost it after we lost to South Carolina, and we gained it back after we beat Missouri. When we know we're in the driver's seat, we don't want to lose that. We know it's pretty precious.
How much of not knowing whether you have Todd or not is impacting your preparations?
It doesn't. It really doesn't. I think over the past 2 weeks, you just kind of grow accustomed to. You're basically preparing for him not to be in there, even though he is getting a few reps at practice. You got to prepare for the guys that you're going to go to battle with. So, if Todd for some reason is granted his eligibility back between now and Saturday, it'd only be a bigger bonus.
What does your head coach do to help kind of keep you guys focused when there's a setback, whether it's on or off the field?
I don't. There's a lot of good talks, but I don't really think there's. It really comes down to the players on the team, because coach can't really control us 100% of the time, and a lot of these guys are on social media, and so they're reading about it, they're involved with the fans. A lot of it really just comes down to the maturity level, the leadership, and the focus level of these players. And I've always said the teams that are really the most successful are player-led teams. They're not coaching-led teams. And so I think that's why we've had some success so far. We've got a lot of guys that step up and say what needs to be said, and not only do they talk about it, but they walk about it. They show what they talk about, and so hopefully we just continue to do the same thing. It'll reap some success.